All right, shalom, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, all honor, and all glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash. I'd also like to give double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. And I would like to say peace and salutations to the Lord's elect, to the hopeful elect in the 1/3. And Adawan Ratazah, this lesson will be edifying as well as exhorting to the sincere sheep of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rachakwadash, and Tawada Abanawa Yahweh Bashem Yahushai Bahashem Rachakwadash for giving me the inspiration to do this lesson. And Adawan Ratazah, I'm going to title it something along the lines of, bro, this is a major psyop, okay? And I want to go into this definition of psyop. And the inspiration for this lesson ultimately comes through the Holy Spirit. But yesterday I was watching Elder Manat Zakba's video, and then Elder Apostle Tahar's response to his video of a compilation of Jake's, so-called black Christians, so-called black women, even God Logic, okay, crying over this false anointed, okay, which the only reason why I'm going to use it in that statement is because Yahushai warned us that, you would have false men of the Lord, okay? And the men of the Lord that Esau Edom portrays to the people are men of God, okay? And not just God as in general, but men of God according to the doctrine of white Eurocentric Christianity, okay? And you're starting to see this psyop play, its attributes on the minds of the masses, okay? This is a major psyop that's taking place right now. And ultimately, the elect are the ones that are not going to be deceived, okay? They're not going to give in, all right? I got a couple of things to show you, all right? I am on a quick break, all right? I just had to dip off from the plantation, okay? But let's get into it. This is Matthew 24 and 24. For there shall arise false anointed. Okay, you have to understand that. And what is a false anointed? This is a person, presenting themselves as if God has sent them and anointed himself. All right, and this is what Esau does: is he likes to pull on the heartstrings of the Babylonian people. And what better way to do that is by using the covering cast, and then you mix God, faith, and Christianity in the mix, and you have a perfect concoction of a kettle, what do they call it? A kettle, not kettlebell, but powder keg, I think they call it. But pretty much you have a perfect combination of an implosion based off emotion backed by, religious extremes. Okay, and this is what Esau Edom is doing right now, and people are falling head over heels for this psyop. It's a psych out, okay, and I'm going to go into it, all right, and it says, and false prophets and shall shew great signs and wonders, insomuch that if it were possible, they shall deceive the very elect. And who's the they? Okay, who is the they? It's the same they when people have conversations on conspiratorial matters and they just say they. And we know who they is. They is Esau Edom. They is who the earth has been given into the hand to. They is wicked according to the Bible. They are Edom. They are Amalek. They are the powers that be. And the powers that be are operating a major psyop on the masses of people right here in Babylon the Great. And it's working. Okay, and it's working because the Lord is allowing it to work according to multiple scriptures. Now, what I want to do is let's go real quick into this word deceive. Okay, I want to check this word deceive out real quick. And one thing I want to say in my spirit, okay, while I'm doing this lesson is, in the spirit is telling me these average, everyday, working class American Edomites, okay, and Jakes, all right, they're under this spell, man. Okay, you're going to start seeing more heightened, more tension, more racial issues, more eyeing you down. All right, watch. You're going to start seeing it on these average, everyday people. So deceive, plano, it looks like, real quick. And I'm itching to go into this word psych and psyop, excuse me. To cause to stray, lead astray. See? All right, lead to an error. Okay, Rome, to deceive, to seduce. Okay, so he's set up to seduce you. All right, now from there, let's hold this and let's actually go into this word. All right, I put a couple precepts together. All right, and I want to go into, I'll read some of these, but I want to go into this. When you look up the word psyop, the word psych comes up, okay? When you put psyop, which I can actually go like this. Let me see. Let's go right here. Hopefully it loads. Okay. And then you put psyop. Okay. Psyop. Let me see what comes up. Yep. See? Psyop comes into the word psych. Okay. It says to outsmart. Didn't it say that the serpent was more cunning than any other beast of the field? And those beasts represent men. Okay. So Esau, Edom is very cunning. You know, other nations are not going to think to, take one of their own, control, alt, delete one of their own for an agenda. But Esau, Edom, according to being the red horse, he will. So he's here to psych you out. It says make a bid meant to deceive an opponent. Okay, he wants to deceive you. And that's what he's doing. And he's deceiving you. See, he's deceiving you on a mental, emotional level. This is why everyone is crying. You know, they're up, up in arms. Okay, and that's what's taking place. All right, you're being deceived. All right, how to psych one up. All right, it says prepare mentally for special effort. And then, it goes into psych. And then psyop. All right, here we go. So just so you know, psyop goes into psych, psychology, psychiatrist. Okay, witchcraft, MAGA, Latin, witchcraft. MAGA means witch in Latin. MAGA supporter, witchcraft. Okay, this is a major psyop. All right, to work on the minds of the masses, and it's working. It's working on the minds of the masses, and it's working. It says a psyop is a psychological operation, which is a military or government operation to influence the emotions, motives, and behaviors of a target audience. So did he not target specifically Edom? Is he not specifically targeting Edom? Okay, and then it trickles down to who? Jake, because you throw in that BLM. And then these are 2 points that I was meditating upon myself last night. I wrote Esau's gonna make Jake pay for being woke and accepting. I meant to put accepting BLM. Okay, so now with Edom being martyred, okay, now what he's gonna be able to do is push for so-called Edomite, white, supremacy, and it will not look like racism because it will be masked with patriotism. Okay, he's literally attempting to renaissance again, iconoclasm again. He's gonna Edomite wash everything again. You see that? So this is a major psyop to get Edomites on board with the New World Order. And what I mean by that is this is going to get Edomites okay with military in the streets, checkpoints in the streets, because he's given Edom an enemy that now the military needs to step in to help them handle. See that psych out? See how he just psyched you out? Let me get this. This is 2 Corinthians 4:4. It says, in whom the God of this world, Edom, all right, the physical counterpart of Satan, being Esau's elder, okay, because that's another thing too. When you look at it with Esau, Edom taking harmony from the earth, he's done that by making everything that's beautiful and harmonious. It has to worship Satan to have success. This is why Satan said in Matthew 4 to Yahushai, bow down and worship me and you will have all of this. So this is why Esau, Edom makes people sell out, because they have to worship Satan to have success, okay? So it says, in whom the God of this world has blinded, all right, darkened the minds of them which believe not. And that's who? Our people. Okay, so 2/3 in different categories are with Esau and feel the emotion that Esau's feeling by this psyop. Okay, you got a lot of Jake's, like it says, I believe in Ezekiel, Jeremiah, but we will be as the heathen. So Jake has a demon on him to carry themselves as a heathen, and in so much in particular heathen at that is Esau, Edom. So they are falling for this psyop as well. Okay, so this is a perfect combination to lead to many different scenarios, but ultimately play out for what? Prophecy's sake. This is a major psyop. This is a major psych out, and it's happening. Okay, and just like the elder Pastor Har said, whether he is, in the spirit realm or on earth, okay, or AI, hey, the shock of the psyop has already happened. All right, so we're in a time where if the world believes it, then it's true. Okay, look at Christianity. Look at white Eurocentric Judean Christianity. The world believes that who they ignorantly call Jesus is white, so that makes it true for now. It says, lest the light of the glorious gospel of Hamashiach, who is the image of Yahweh, should shine unto them. And this is why Yahweh Bashem El Shai, Bashem Rakakwadash has sent out his prophets, okay? And, they water and plant, but the Most High gives the increase. So at the end of the day, if the Lord is not dealing with his people, then they're not going to wake up. Hence why there's a prophecy of 2/3. And this is why they're falling victim to the psyop. And this is why it says the elect have obtained it and the elect will not be deceived. Okay, this is a major psyop, man. Okay, let me go back down into it. It says motives and behaviors of target audience. So he's already shown you who he's targeted. Okay, and he wants Edomites to be moved in an particular manner, and you can see it. Okay, I see it. All right, I see it. I'm in upstate New York, and I see a different spirit on the working class Edomite from the distance when you walk by. Even a simple head nod or a gesture. Okay, this is why we are choice with our words. And carry ourselves in a very wise manner, because wisdom is better than weapons of war, and we're dealing with a warlike people. Okay, but this is why the Lord also said, touch not my anointed and do my prophets no harm. All right, so this is also an example to show you how through this psyop, and also more psyops to come, that ultimately it's going to lead to Edom being the aggressor. Okay, and this is what has taken Edom, okay, the Egyptians, the two-time loser Edomites, to get into the motion of accepting whatever the federal government is doing. Okay, the federal government now is stepping in more than state police, more than state government officials. It's always now federal. See, and it says such as an enemy population or foreign government through various communication methods. The goal is to achieve strategic objectives, and these operations can utilize a wide range of media, including leaflets, radio, and TV broadcasts, and loudspeakers. And that's exactly what's happening. Okay, and I see what else did I put in here. The primary purpose of a psyop is to influence the target mindset, darken the mind, to achieve a desired outcome, which is what? Look, mindset. Look at this, Isaiah 60:2. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. He's got their mind. Okay, this is why we're thankful to Yahweh Shemel Shai that our mind has been renewed. We've been activated so we don't fall under these spells again. We have fallen victim to these spells in the past, man. To this Riddler, to this villain, to this demon, to this deceiver. Okay, we've been psyched out before, but now we're in a time of the end, and these psych outs, these psyops are leading to ultimately prophecy being fulfilled. Okay, and it says, but the Lord Yahweh Shemel Shai shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee. And that's what's happening right now. Okay, but the rest of the world, the rest of the people, like here in Babylon specifically, and throughout, like the beast, all right, amongst NATO, other Edomite nations, you're seeing them, because guess what? Now you're going to have to accept Edomite lives matters. And guess what? Now it's going to be justified, and it's not going to be deemed racism. And this is what's going to ultimately radicalize Edom, and according to one of the categories of the image of the beast, and that is patriotism, to put a battery in his back to make him move forward with the agenda of the elite, unbeknownst to himself, doing the bidding of the elite, not even knowing it. What a major psych out. What a major psyop, man. What a major psyop. Now let me see, what else did I have for you? Oh yeah, check this out right here. Look at this. Okay, I found this funny too. All right, I guess they were born on the same day. Psyop, man. It's just a psyop. Look, and I chat GBT'd it. All right, right here. Yes. Okay. Kurt Cobain and George Foreman share the same month and day of birth. Psyop. Major psyop at play. Target audience. Psyop can target a variety of audience, from enemy soldiers to entire populations. Okay. This is why it says the earth has been given to the hand of the wicked. All right. And this is, look, now this is why media, TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, it's all being used as a reality around you. And this is why now you're going to start seeing more videos of racial issues from up to 5, 7, 8 years ago being revisited and going viral. So people think that that's happening right now in real time. So he's literally creating a reality through this psyop to make average, everyday Babylonian, Edomite, Egyptian citizens feel some type of way so that they can enact a certain path that the elites want them to be in. All right, and he's causing them to rouse up, like the Lord is causing Judah to rouse up. Now, this is 2 Thessalonians 2:11. And let's actually go to this because it says lying wonders and the workings of Satan. A psyop, a psycho is exactly a attribute that Satan has. This is why in our spiritual fight, he's constantly trying to psych us out. And this is why we have to continue to have faith. Okay. So now real quick, this is 2 Thessalonians 2:9. We can start up, but I'll start at 8. All right, I gotta get ready to clock back in. 2 Thessalonians 2:8, and then shall the wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. See, he's being consumed with the spirit of the mouth of the Lord by his prophets. Okay, this is not a carnal crusade. This is all the spirit breaking Esau down, but he has to operate in the flesh. It says, and shall destroy with the brightness of its coming. So Esau, Edom, days are numbered. And it says, even him, Edom, whose coming is after the working of Satan. Who has the workings of Satan? Esau. This is why he uses psyops. This is a tactic of Shaitan with all power and signs and lying wonders. See? So now people are questioning reality. They don't know what to believe. Is this real? Is this fake? And because ultimately they're not of the elect, okay? They're not of the chosen. And then out of the chosen, they're not of the elect to receive the Holy Spirit and be sealed with the spirit of promise. They're bugging out. All right, they're losing it and they don't know what to do. And they're going to start crashing out and crashing in and looking at each other, not knowing who to trust. Who can I trust? Can I trust my government? Should I trust them? I'm glad that the military's here. Should we want the military here? See, so these people are psyched out, man. Okay, these people are in a mental roller coaster right now, and they're just going wherever the media machine is pulling them. Okay, and it says, and with all deceivableness and deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. Going into Jake, and for this cause Yahweh shall send them strong delusion that they should believe a lie. And 2/3, okay, the bracket of 2/3 in the category of religion of Christianity, but truly believe in white Eurocentric Christianity. And this is why they're falling for this psyop of this Edomite Christian man who has been deemed to been, perished. Okay, they're crying and they're feeling it and they're believing it, and their emotions are being directed exactly where the elite want them to go, just like Edomites here in Babylon as well. Okay, so this is a major psyop taking place. All right, think about 911. All right, and you can even look it up yourself. Look it up on Google or ChatGPT. Famous psyops throughout history orchestrated by the government. What are some famous psyops that have taken place in history orchestrated by the government? And we're in one right now. Okay, we're in one right now. This is why the wisdom and knowledge will be your stability. Okay, and you have to understand that this is a major psych out. This is a major psyop taking place right before our eyes. Okay, see that? Make a bid meant to deceive an opponent. Psychology, mentally. Okay, so it's happening, man. Okay, it's happening in real time. So I pray that this lesson was edifying, all right, and exhorting. And I just want to say, call halal, abanawa Yahweh bahashem Yahushai bahashem Rachakwadash. And I also want to say real quick too, us even just calling on the name, us being on the street corners, we're going to start being looked at as T's. Okay, they're going to start looking at our faith as a threat. Okay, it's all this is culminating, man. Okay, think about Matthew's the 5th chapter. Blessed are they when men shall persecute you for my name's sake and revile you. Hey, that time's coming, man. So I just wanted to say that real quick. All right, double honors to my elders, bishops, and apostles of Great Millstone that do well. Peace and salutations to the Lord's elect. And with that being said, shalom.